So today's topic, I really wanted to discuss how you can very realistically find opportunities for your skills. So let me just quickly show to you how do you get one WeCo. This is our app. We'll definitely repurpose it. It's everything's been done, on the go. Like the whole world is being transforming. We'll obviously make it a little more relevant. So I already have a profile, so I'm gonna show my profile not to take too much of your time in filling out. And hopefully, by looking at my profile, you will see exactly um, how everything works. So, when you sign up, you find yourself on the homepage. You'll be able to see the video. You'll see some of the projects that have been created already and some of the people that have joined. So, you have a choice really to join a team, which means offer your skills and find the project, or build a team, which means if you have an idea that you want to develop, whether it's an existing project or something that you have in mind that you always wanted to do, so you'd go into the build a team. You can actually do both, but let's start with the topic of today's discussion: how to find opportunities for the skills. So we need to join a team. So this is my pretty picture here. So you'll be able to upload your photo here. The name should be already automatically, especially if you're using the social media, will be imported. Then you would describe about me, and you can describe. I don't want to go into the under the question marks. You will have a little explanations, but the beauty of it, even if you don't know what to write, you always can click on a question mark. It will give you different examples and so on. Moving on to the skills. So this is kind of the most interesting. That's the core of WeCo, and that's how it works, and that's how it's meant to connect you to your opportunities. It's all divided into the 8 areas. And this is really your time to sit and spend a little bit time with yourself and see which skills you really want to offer. Because today, in today's world, it's more than just like job descriptions or titles or whatever. It's more about the skills that you can offer that the project founders or employers, I'm going to use more conventional terminology, can use. So it's very conveniently grouped for you into 8 areas. One would be the ideas, if you can generate your ideas, whatever, if you can come up with strategy, or you want to do marketing, or you're good with finance or execution, IT and web, or legal or HR. So it's divided into those 8 categories. And really, for your convenience, the way it's done, let me just click on the one that I don't have filled out because I'd much rather not to offer my finance skill to somebody. But for your convenience, the way it's done, it's as soon as you click on it, you can either select from the existing ones, right? Or you can add your own skill. For example, you want to do like in finance, you want to offer like budgeting skill. For budgeting was there. Okay, so you select, and this becomes your skill. The skill that you offer. Anyway, so let me navigate out of here. The very important point that I really do want to make that uh, don't worry how your skill will be utilized, because it's really the skill, how to use your skill. It's a separate skill. Let me tell you what it actually means. We often think, oh, I just only know how to cook, or I only know how to sew. So let me just give you the example with, let's say, sewing skill. Today, your sewing skill could be utilized to sew a protective gear for the medical professionals. As soon as we're out of quarantine, the same sewing skill could be utilized to create beautiful, fashionable clothing. So it's the same skill, but somebody who is good with coming up with ideas, or they have a project, they will approach you. Our algorithm will match you, and they will approach you and say, wow, you can do this and you can do that and you know how to sew. I have a perfect project for you. So let's talk. This is regarding the skills. Then let me just go real quick through the other fields in a profile. One would be the causes, which is very important right now. Again, everything is done in such a way where you don't really need to think too much. You simply click on this and you select from the available options. For example, right now it's very important the healthcare reform, like we see in the public health. You can simply select from here and say, and that becomes the causes that you're interested in. Same thing with industries. It's up to you. Like if you're interested in education, why would you want to go in in food and beverage or vice versa? Or if you're interested in both, indicate both. Same kind of thing. So this would be the languages that you speak. Also, just go same exact thing. You just click and indicate. Um, then the objectives. You will see the fields. It's very nicely structured for you to simply go one after the next and simply and create your profile. And the one that, and you will see I'll just want to point out two more so you can pay attention. Passions. It's extremely important. Like these are my passions, for example, coconuts and philosophy and intellectual games, for example. These are, something that I'm passionate about. So these are all keywords that will be used in addition to the rest of your profile and the rest of the criteria that you select. This will be used by our algorithm to match you to your perfect opportunities. So that's with passion. And then, contacts and social media is pretty self-explanatory. Badges, it's something that will be also explained separately, but the funding, especially in this day and age, may be really something for you to look at. Um, it has the list of different like crowdfunding sites that if you have some kind of crowdfunding initiative or maybe thinking of starting one, WeCo could be another avenue for you to just indicate and promote and have the link. So I will have a separate call regarding the actual skills and how to indicate. And if you have, I would like to use your specific example. If you want to comment or reach out that you have some difficulties, whatever, I would love to use one of the real examples for you and to actually create the profile in one of the next feeds. So say you filled this, everything you filled out, this would be your project. Like in case you decide you do have an idea and you let me just quickly go through this without spending too much time. So these are all the projects that I've kind of started, and these are the projects that I've joined. People invited, they needed my skills. You see, they needed like all of those skills, so they invited me to participate in their projects. But the one that I do want to show to you, it's the opportunities. So once you filled out, well, you created your profile with skills and causes and so on, you will actually see the opportunities. Look, these are all the matches based on the same skills that you've just indicated. We already show to you. There's an inspirational library, there is a motion layer, whatever, the different projects that you can just go in and read about what this project offers, and you can just go one by one. Let's say I go to this project Meager. It's something, I read about what they're doing and so on, what kind of skills they want. And if that's something that I'm interested in, I will simply go and apply. One thing that's important for me, it's also, for example, again, in this day and age, it's to look at the what are the compensation that they're offering for my, okay, let's say I need cash today because I'm thinking of how to pay my bills, next month, or I'm interested in percentage of the ownership or different compensations for something for my value that I'll be contributing to this project. Okay, if they can in exchange for my value that I bring to the project, they can pay me, okay, I'm interested. So I'm going to go and just simply click apply. The founder of this project will get notification that Simon is interested to participate in your project, and then we'll start communicating. So that's basically the long and the short of it. That's as much as I wanted to cover regarding the skills. And tomorrow I will actually, let me just go back to the homepage, and I will be talking about the projects. For somebody who does have a project, again, existing project, or somebody who has a good idea that they simply need some help um, to develop and need to team up with some other people, I would be happy to describe how that part works. Meantime, if you guys want to go and sign up and actually play with your own profile, and if you have some kind of ideas, again, I would be happy to use your specific project tomorrow and to create the project and to show based on your specific idea how everything works. And then once we create your project, we'll see how we search for the teammates, for the potential teammates, and how we contact them and so on. So I hope it's helpful. I hope, again, as always, I'm super appreciative for your feedback. I really want to make it very relevant and very um, real for today's world. It's not never meant to be as a lecture or some kind of help yourself guide. It's a simple tool that hopefully will help all of us to interconnect and help each other to navigate through this crisis. And on the final note for today, if you or somebody that you know has a project that is really relevant, my team and I would be thrilled to really help you as much as we can with like design and maybe website or whatever. If it's really relevant and will save lives today or has really utmost urgency, please reach out. We'll be thrilled to help you as much as we can to both develop it and help you promote it. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you for your time. Let's again interconnect and help each other to navigate through this. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, and we'll talk tomorrow. Thank you.